Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear me and everyone is able to see my screen. If possible, can someone please confirm if you are able to hear me clearly and able to see my screen?
I
I hope.
feel
Yeah, yeah,
as well.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, what we discussed in yesterday, just like I'll recap of 1 or 2 minutes and I'll go deeper into dive into the next topic here. So, yesterday we discussed about system design principle. They are referred to as a architectural patterns. Okay, so there are three patterns which are available: monolithic, SOA, and microservices. Okay, so monolithic is nothing but our entire architectural elements like front end, back end, middleware, all those things are packaged into single unit. In the Java world, we can refer as a var or a EAR. So the advantages are easy to develop as the infrastructure is already set up like front end controller. Just we can add a new functionality easily without reinventing the new architecture. Simple testing, we can test end to end from JSP to till database layer. But this end to end creates a setup time likes local setup, environment setup, something like that. Some kind of a time should be there to establish that environment. And simple deployment, as we have only one binary that will be deployed easily on the server, but this architecture best fit for only small products where the binary size less than 500 MB. But if it is more than, lot of precautions we need to take care. And the scaling, easy to scale the application horizontally by keeping the same monoliths on the server. The scaling, guys, lot of things I need to teach in microservices. Okay, because this is only I told in the monoliths. The only point was we can scale the same application. How many instances you need, that many instances we can spin up, and we can cover over load balancer so that the load will be balanced. The only point here you can understand is we can scale it application level. Correct, right, guys? We can scale it application level. So that's the point here I want to focus here. So this is the point, these are the points I told here. Now today we will focus on the real limitations of monoliths and why microservices, and the microservices limitations also. That is the introduction part of monoliths and microservices, something like that. Then our next class will be on the real topic of design patterns. Okay, as I told here, 3 to 4 classes on the introduction part. So today the introduction part will be over. So this is what I mentioned so far. Before I proceed further to any other topic, as of now, any questions from anyone? Just like I want to put one point here. Yesterday I mentioned that I'm going to publish the notes and everything into the WhatsApp group, but somehow I had a restriction where I was not able to post anything. Today I'll make sure that by 11 o'clock I can post it. Okay, I missed it to follow up on this yesterday, guys. I forgot due to other issues. I didn't focused on this, and I reminded it at night actually. So today in the first hour after the class is over, I'll sort out that issue and publish the notes immediately to the WhatsApp group. But once you are subscribed to the course, once you are subscribed to the course, notes will be uploaded into your separate web portal, not on the WhatsApp. Okay, just like as the demo classes, we are going to follow the notes only on the WhatsApp. But once the real batch and with the subscription is over, then we are going to focus further. So this is what I have agenda. Okay, so before I proceed further, anyone, any question so far as of now? Yeah, anyone join for today, guys? Anyone join for today? Is the first class something like anyone is there? Okay, so Revant. Okay. Mr. Revant, only you or any other? I saw that Revant is the only one participant joined for today. Okay. So maybe Revant, you will get a WhatsApp community. Let me go there. Okay. We will give you WhatsApp community link and you can join there. You will get the latest, the previous 3 classes recording things you will get and you can go through that. So just like whenever you get a time, okay? Because one participant is only there. So that's why I will continue further. As of now, everyone is clear, guys? Any things, any concerns or any queries or anything before I proceed further? As of now, guys? Okay. So as of now, positive aspects we can see, we have seen that yesterday, whatever the positive aspects we saw, but when the time grows, okay, so the common problem in Java side, right, sir? What is the common problem? Anyone observed a common problem in the Java web application before microservices? Java dot long dot out of memory exception. Anyone saw that exception, guys? Anytime? Java dot long dot out of memory. Guys, I hope everyone can speak unmute. Okay, yeah, I think yes, it's you have an option. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so Java dot long dot out of memory is the
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
is the common exception. Why that exception? And what is the relation to that? And what is the relation here? Is when the application is designed in the monolith architecture, in the initial months or weeks or depends on the size, the application will be very fast. Assuming that I designed Amazon in monolith, maybe it will take me to 20 to 40 seconds to create an order in the initial days. 20 to 40 seconds to create an order. Okay, but after 1 month, it will take 1 minute. Again, after 3 months or 4 months, it will take 2 minutes. So when the days are growing, the performance of the application will drastically impact. And to at a certain extent, after 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or whatever it may be, the performance of the application will drastically decrease here. And at one point of time, you're going to get Java dot long dot out of memory and your application will be stopped. This is the common problem in Java world. Okay, so what is the solution? Just like we will stop the server and we'll clear all the temporary memory and the cache and everything, and we'll start the server. That's the best alternative that is being judiciously followed in most of the production applications. That is because of, okay, the challenges in monolith application. The challenges in monolithic application. So the first point here is the challenge is limitation in size. Okay, so by default, the first problem is the memory size. Whatever the memory variables, whatever we created, right? The memory size, okay, it gradually increases. but in the same way, it's gradually not disposed. Gradually increases, but not gradually disposed. For example, I'm taking one scenario here. Maybe I'll go to the limitations. So I'm going to cover limitations of monolith and introduction to or opportunities to microservices. So limitations of monolith and opportunities to microservices. So this is the area, because if you understand the limitations on monoliths, then only the design patterns you are going to get a good control. Correct, right, sir? If we see the limitations, then only we can get a control over here. The common problem is Java dot long dot out of memory exception. That is, so generally guys, whenever we create a order, what sort of code we will write, guys? Typically, what sort of code we write? Order service, ORD service is equal to, if we use a Spring, I can use IOC. If I don't use a Spring, then I need to instantiate new order service. Correct, right, sir? Yes or no? Or ORD service is equal to IOC dot get order service. So in this particular order service, through dependency injection or a normal process, order object, cart object, customer object, discount object, payment object, shipment object, lot of objects are created. Okay, sir, please understand, guys. Lot of objects are getting created. Will you agree to me? Yes or no? So on an average, at least 400 KB to 500 KB of memory it requires, okay, to create the objects. 400 to 500 KB of the memory it requires to create the objects like ORD services, okay, customer, order, product, cart, payment, shipment, etc. For one order. Okay, sir? For one order, it requires 400 to 500 KB. Okay? Assuming that in today's world, okay, sir, in today's world, how many hits to Amazon? How many hits to Amazon in today's world? In a given second, for a given second, how many hits it will reach to Amazon application for a given interval of time? Maybe I don't want to go into seconds, you will confuse. For at least 10 minutes, on an average of 10 minutes, how many hits will come to Amazon, or how many hits will come to YouTube? Any rough idea, guys? Assuming that I'm designing a Amazon or I'm designing a YouTube, on average, in a span of 10 minutes, how many hits I'm going to get it? Any rough idea? Guys, everyone is able to hear my voice clearly, right, guys? Guys, I'm sorry. Is everyone is able to understand my voice clearly? No one is responding today. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened, guys. Weekend didn't came. There are 2 more days to weekend. Okay. So average, how many hits, guys? Minimum is millions of requests. Millions of requests. It is a true fact. It's a true fact. The big ordering applications are the popular websites. On an average, in a span of 10 minutes, millions of requests will reach to my application. 1 million into 400 kb. Okay, just assuming, guys, 1 million into 400. You are not able to unmute, guys. I think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
we are
unmute.
able to unmute. We are able to
Yeah,
unmute.
yeah,
Go ahead. sir.
correct.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I think Vinod,
Yeah,
I'm not
correct.
sure. Vinod, I think everyone is able to unmute actually. This is a collaborative discussion, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Now millions of requests are coming. So a big memory will we need. Minimum is at least 1 GB or 2 GB or 3 GB, whatever the memory is required. Okay. Assuming that. Okay. 5 GB of memory space I allocated. How I allocate? While starting the application, right? Max perm gen space. Everyone is having an idea, guys? Max perm gen space in a VM arguments.
Yes. Now
In
Metaspace.
VM, yes. Now what? But I mean, just like we are going to, okay, this is a max perm gen size. We will allocate maximum 5 GB and we'll take a high-end mission and we'll allocate it. Okay.
Yeah.
But still the problem comes. Even though you estimated the size, even though you determined the load, even though if you have taken a proper mechanism to estimate on the load and allocating the respective hardware, but still the problem will be there. Because the reason is, okay, the ratio in which objects are getting created is not in line to the objects which are getting garbaged. It's a surprise answer for everyone. Okay. For example, sir, okay, in 10 minutes, assuming that 3 GB is occupied. Okay. Assuming that 3 GB is occupied, but still I have 2 GB. There is no problem. But still I have 2 GB. Right? After 10 minutes, one more 3 GB is yet to come, right, guys? But by that new 3 GB is going to come into the place, we should able to clean the earlier 3 GB. But we are not able, I mean, the garbage collection algorithm, which is not, I cannot say it's efficient or I cannot comment on that. Okay. But garbage collection algorithm will not clear that as much as the objects are getting created. If I'm getting in 10 minutes 3 GB, in 10 minutes 3 GB should be cleaned up. Next is 3 GB, next 3 GB, next 3 GB. The ratio in which the objects are getting created, in the similar way, the ratio where the object should be garbaged. So this is the main problem, especially in the Java garbage collection algorithm. Why? Because the algorithm is designed in such a way that old generation Eden space, mark, sweep, and compact. I hope these are the garbage collection. I don't want to go there. So just like I want to mention, the objects are getting piled up and we may not clean those things as much as they are getting created. Why? Just I'll give a one line idea. Maybe you can go further on the garbage collection. So when an object is getting created, unless until, for example, sir, try block I wrote, sir. Okay. Order service or else, yeah, order service ORD is equal to new order service. Okay. I'm going to write a code here. ORD dot process order ORD object. So this is my try block. In case of catch, throwable th, we will print stack trace. Okay. Or else finally we'll do post processing logic. Okay. Something like finally we'll do. Okay. But here the important point is how many developers will write a code ORD is equal to null. How many developers will write a code here like this? The idea is, as a part of developer point of view, we don't need to write here. We'll think that garbage collection to take care. Unless until we explicitly say, hey man, I'm done with this object. I'm only clearing those references. Please garbage immediately. Then this will not be picked up in the Eden space or old space. It will mark, and in the next iteration of a garbage process, sweeping process, it will be collected. But it is not being mentioned. It is not ever not being mentioned that it should be judiciously followed. Okay. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second. So by default, sorry guys. So it is going to take care of post-processing logic, and we are going to collect that as a ORD is equal to null. That's a typical object we need to write like this. Because of this, we have a problem of Java dot long dot out of memory exception. This is a high level idea. So why monolith is concerned here? Because in monolithic architecture, the space it is going to take more because lot of objects are getting created and we have only one runtime. Okay, we have only one runtime. Understand, right, guys? For example, in a typical scenario, if only one cleaning person is there for the entire apartment, if only one cleaning person is there in entire apartment, it will take lot of time to clean the entire apartment, right, sir? If you have an individual house and a separate person to clean that, it will take definitely a good time, it will look good, right? So just like comparison, this is the biggest concern in the Java dot long dot out of memory exception. This is the biggest concern. I'm going to have java dot long dot out of memory exception, which I'm going to be there, and it will not be. So this is a high level first point where I want to highlight in case of monoliths. This point is nowhere mentioned in any of the docs, any of the Google things. It will only observed via real-time experience. Okay. Anyone can have
Sir.
any
Sir, can you tell a bit about maximum gen space? Actually, I don't have idea on that.
by default, sir. Okay. Maximum punch space is, it's a VM argument. Okay. In Java, whenever you create an application, okay, you will allocate some memory. Okay. For example, ORD service, I wrote this code, sir. Generally, this is a code I will write, right, sir, in Java. Okay. Where this ORD service object is getting created in the heap memory, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Now, what I am telling here, with max perm gen space, I want to create a separate heap memory. Operating system is not going to create for me. I am only telling JVM to create a separate memory area where these objects will sit into that area. Where these objects are going to sit into that area. I'm not going to tell to operating system should take care. So that what happens here, I have a separate control over the memory area that will be achieved using max permgen space. So this is a VM argument, okay, that is going to connect to the, when we are starting the application, right? So that will give this some requirement, and we will give this instruction to the JVM, so that how much space we allocate, that much space will be created. This is a picture behind that. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any concerns on this first point, guys? Lot of people not having aware on this. Actually, this is a very important point. But in microservice architecture, it is not going to be there. Okay, so that is what the things here. Complexity grows with that time. That is the next point here. Long time to release a new features. Long time to release a new feature. Because whenever I want to introduce a new feature, why long time, sir? What is the purpose of long time here? Why long time? What is the purpose of long time?
Huge waffle,
Small
it will
code
take
change
more
which I
time
have
to
to take
release.
for the entire release.
Sorry. One
It
by
will
one.
be a
Yeah.
it will be a huge waffle, and it will take a long time to release.
The
For
entire
every new
application
feature.
has to be reinstalled, redeployed.
Yeah.
And the, see, once we will change any changes, we have to test the entire the application and create the jar file. So it will take more time comparing with few services.
I think all the answers are acceptable. So it's good actually. So long time to release new feature, in the sense, just like we need to develop the new feature, okay, and we need to create a new setup, new var file or whatever it may be, and need to stop the entire application, and we need to start it. So by default, when customer already having 20 features, let me add 5 more features. But if I am stopping those 20 features, that is what a customer will tell, will pile up some of the features, not only 5, take 10, will take some time. Okay, all will release in one goal. So that the point here is, development is not going to take time. Only the implementation to the production, is going to take some time. Understand, right? So this is a pure of process point of view, not on the technical, not on the implementation point of view. Am I right, guys? So yeah,
One doubt. You
Go
are
ahead.
telling the process of implementation. Like process of means to deploy, either it will be coming under deployment or which
No.
one?
No,
Hmm.
not on the deployment. For
Ah.
example, sir, I'll take an example. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Go
take
ahead.
YouTube. YouTube
Yeah.
example. Everyone, because these are the examples normally everyone will use. Okay.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
release the YouTube feature. Okay.
Okay.
Now this YouTube feature went, this is released and customers are happy, and there is a great demand for the YouTube app and the great demand for the YouTube. Anyone will, in the mobile phones. So this is the only biggest today nowadays. It is a very good social popular app. Okay. Now I want to release a feature. Observe that lot of people having internet connectivity bandwidth. Okay. And we want to improve some more. What is the feature they released is download. In the YouTube, they released a download feature. Okay. What is it actually? Whenever you have internet connectivity, you can download on your phone, right? And when internet is not there, the downloaded video on your phone, you can watch it as whenever you have a free. It's not mandatory that you need to have internet at all the times. Also, the downloaded size is very small. It's not going to take much time. It's a new feature which is attracted a lot of people. Okay, just I'm taking that scenario. Okay, now in that scenario, I need to stop the entire YouTube. 3 hours it will take, assuming that. What YouTube will think here, developing the download feature, even it is in microservices or in monoliths, there is no time, maybe plus or minus here and there, but it's obviously the same time it will take if you in monoliths or in microservices. Okay, if it is in monolith or microservice, it will not take, the almost same time. But in moving this feature to production, right, I need to stop the entire server for 3 to 4 hours because my var file is big. Okay, I need to stop the entire YouTube. Again, I need to start it in a phased manner. I need to start it in a phased manner. I'm going to start it. So what YouTube community or what YouTube company CEO thinks of, hey, we will develop download is the one feature, review is another feature, watch list is another feature, rating is another feature. Hey, we will add 5-6 features. Okay, I cannot go to the production with one feature because of the complexity that 3 hours or 4 hours of downtime. What I'll do here, let me pile up or let me accumulate 5 to 6 features or 10 features. Let me accumulate. Okay, then I will stop and I will take care. Okay, so this is only in the interest of my development is ready. Okay, my deployment is also ready, but moving to production as the some size limitations, understand, right? So this is going to impact that particular thing here. You got the idea, guys? Everyone is clear on this?
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
good.
Right. And long time to release new features. Next one is more times to send the fix for production bug. More time to send the fix for production bug. This is another serious threat. This is another serious concern. This is another serious concern where it is going to take more time to create a production bug. More time it will take care to create a production bug. So I need to understand where we need to analyze and we need to fix, just like in new feature release, also production bug is also some kind of feature only we can think of, right? More or same. Okay, even small change in one module needs to redeployment of entire application. So all these are interly connected, because I'm not going to waste the time here. You already got the idea. Limitation in size, complexity grows, long time and more time to send a fix to the production, small change in one module, all these things are similar problems. Okay, right. High dependency on few human resources. High dependency on few human resources. Configuration management team. Okay, build, deployment, as well as we need to especially take care on the deployment point. So that's why we can say that more expertise is required on the deployment point. Okay, hiring a new team and making them understand the whole application is a tough. So whenever a new person joins into your company, it will take more time. Productivity impacts. He need to understand end to end. That's I mean, these two are small points, but the next important point is stuck in one technology. This is another important point here. Stuck in one technology. Will you agree, guys? Stuck in one technology. Is it a
Yes, correct.
valuable? In which way it is valuable? Sir,
Because
I
of
designed my
individual-
application. 1 second, guys. I'll take it. Okay. I designed one application and I decided why I'll change my technology infrastructure. Why I will change, guys? I already decided. I moved to Java and I decided what is the reason I need to change the technology. Do you understand my question, guys? Everyone is understood. I mean, everyone is getting idea about my question. I already decided my application is started, and tell me the percentage of applications which are changing the technology in production. Do you see any applications? What is the need and how many percentage of applications are moving out? Is it a
No,
viable? It's a viable aspect.
no, in case of monolith, you cannot change the.
No, I'm not talking about, sir. I'm not talking about monoliths or architecture. Technical point of view, I'm not talking. Okay. My point is implement. I mean, business point of view. Sir, I designed Amazon completely in Java. Okay. Is it a really viable task? Why I need to change the technology? First of all, what is it? Why I need to change the technology? What is the reason?
See,
Or even okay.
some go ahead.
Sometimes what happens with new technology, they introduce new features, right? So,
Sir, any programming language features will be there. Okay, yeah. Next, go ahead, guys. One more part. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of performance, in terms of to connect the external system, and in terms of like for example, the payment system we want to connect, they have some like they it's in terms of performance is better to other technology. Then we can use that
Yep.
technology. That is
Yep.
the
It's
main intention.
more of generic. The more of generic. I'll take an example. Yeah, I'll clearly explain this. Okay. Everyone is having an idea about Airtel application, guys. Airtel. Okay. 8 years back, this is a perfect example on it. Struck on one technology. Airtel is the classical example. Okay. They designed this entire Airtel app with Java programming language, JSP as a front-end servlet, EJB and connecting to Oracle Finance as a database. This is the architecture. Okay. In the initial 8 years or 10 years back, at the initial time, only 20 million are the users. are the customers in the initial time frame. Okay, but today almost 3,000 millions are with Airtel or Jio, maybe more number of you. So please don't worry about the count. I am not exactly having an idea about the count here, but almost 1,000 times it is increased. Not even 1,000, 1 lakh times it is increased. They cannot run the application with this huge data. Even they try to scale, but how much of hardware they need to invest on the money? Okay, they cannot scale their application also. Now they observed this is not going to help us. What they have done here, some of the features they have taken, like bill generation, inventory maintenance, itemized call statement, promotions and offers, bill processing. These are the tasks, or these are the features which is taking a lot of time. So what the business is thinking is, at least can we change the flow on these critical features? It's a big brainstorming is going for 1 year. Finally, they decided that, okay, we cannot go with only the Java architecture, Java data structure, Java implementations. They cannot go with that. They need to collaborate with other programming languages like SAP for inventory, mainframes for promotions and offers. Okay, bill generation, C++ or Visual C++ or C++. So these are the systems. They are experts in those areas. And we need to collaborate with them to achieve a better performance. If I were in the monolithic architecture, it is not possible for me. It is not possible for me. Some part of the system is on one technology, some part of the system is another technology, some part of the system is another technology. It's not possible at all. We need to stick to one technology at any point of time. This is the very, very biggest concern for monolithic application. When the application grows, sticking to one technology might not possible. This is a classical real-time example with Airtel. Okay, so initially they thought, because if at all, if a new recharge has to happen, SAP is a powerful inventory system that is collaborating with a BAPI, Business Application Processing API, which is very fast. Mainframe, if you introduce a new offer on the fly without restarting the server, it will be immediately available. Itemized call statement, there is a BroadSoft third-party integration system. It will immediately write the data into a system. Okay, so different powerful tools in different areas. We need to take the advantage with the tool and to make sure it is going to happen. So this is another area struck in one technology that is not, it's the biggest limitation for monolithic architecture. So that is another area where we need to focus on microservices. Clear? Is it clear, or any specific concern or questions here? I am only taking the important points on the notes, not every point I am taking, guys, because these are the useful things. That's what I'm taking. Okay. As of now, any questions on these, guys? Yeah. So Revant or someone, is it Revant today joined, right? And this is a group, WhatsApp group. Kindly, I am requesting to join here on this particular link. Okay, so that you'll get the complete recording videos here. Okay, right. Any questions here, guys? And single point of failure, we already saw that. Okay, next one is continuous deployment is also a little bit difficult. That's fine. So difficult to scale when we have a large code base, highly coupling between modules, reliability and availability. Reliable and available. This is also a problem, right, guys? Reliability and available is a problem here. So by default, what I'm going to focus is typically single point of failure, stuck on one technology. All these are the critical concerns of monolithic application. Okay. Any questions or concerns here, guys, as of now? So that is leading to monolithic application. That is leading to monolithic application. So this is the idea where in monolithic application, something like that, all my different areas. If you see here architecture, I can get the data, I can access my application through mobiles. I can access the application through browser. I can access the application through web services. What is a web service, guys? Do we have a classical example for web services? I can access mobile, that's fine. I can access from browser, that's fine. But do you have any classical example for web services?
Yes, sir. Like when we will do some payment from Flipkart, it will go to
Yeah.
the banking website and do the communication.
Exactly. That is the one of the classical example. Or else Swiggy and Zomato. They are the best classical example, right, guys? Swiggy, Zomato. They will collaborate with the hotels. For example, I want to order biryani, Paradise Hotel. Okay. Now, Swiggy will talk to Shagos or a Paradise web service, and they will take an order, they will do a processing, right? That is also one of the classical example, right? Yes. So I have an application, it may be front end, it can be back end, it can be middleware, I don't care. So the idea is I need to split into smaller parts: product management, order management, payment management, login management, something like that. Okay. So for example, if you are in the same architecture for, this is the case, right, guys? All are sitting in one area, one shell: product management, account management, payment management, login management, order management. Okay. All are sitting in one area. But what I have done here, we have separated. We have separated like this: product management, order management, payment management, account management, login management. But every feature, every service is having a separate database. But we'll discuss more on this. So what we observed here, guys, what is the first observation we have seen from monolith to microservices? We are dividing into smaller number of pieces. Rather than one database, we are connecting to multiple databases. Okay. So that is a decomposition pattern, design pattern. That is the first pattern I'm going to focus here, decomposition design pattern, which I'm going to focus the first time. We'll ignore that. Okay. So typically a gateway is the application. It knows from where the request is coming to where the request should adopt, and it should render, and how it will be dispatched. That is the entire things are taken care by gateway. So this is the classical classification of a microservices to monolith. Any questions here, guys, on a high level architecture? Any point here? You may get a question, but you are not. As of now, any question, guys? Maybe if you are not asking, I'll ask my question. Can I?
Yes.
Where are my front end, guys? Here I'm seeing here all these things are in the middleware only, right? Product management, order management. Where is my front end here? Do we have a front end in this architecture? Like JavaScript or Angular or React or whatever it may be, where that a layer sits here? Any idea?
That will be in the browser, sir. And from browser, it will communicate to gateway, then it will go to
Is
the
it?
server.
No, browser does it have a software?
No. It is just a runtime.
It's a runtime. So my point here is, if it is a JavaScript or a JSP or a Angular or a React, where in that where it suits here, where I need to write here.
Yeah, that's
Product
what
man.
you told, not technology diversity. Like
Exactly.
front end they wrote Angular or React because of in terms of performance is better. That's what we scripted.
Exactly. That's the point here. So product management, when I say that particular square box, that should take care of front end, that should take care of control. That is entire things are only the product management only. Order management, that entire thing should take care of order management only. All the things, guys, whatever the layers you think of, front end, back end, middleware, REST controller, REST layer, anything, all are having one particular box here. That will be in that box only, it will be there here. So which technology, which architecture, which flow you will take, that no matters here for me. That entire box should take care of that entire functionality. This is the input, this is the output I need. For this input, this output. How fast you will give me? Forget about technology, forget about implementation, forget about architecture. Only the looking factor is, this is the request, this is the response. How fast you can give the request and how fast we can give the response. So that is the point here where we want to focus on this. Okay. So by default, you get my point here, guys. Okay. So the only area is whatever the code I write over here, whatever the code I wrote over here, controller layer separately, right, guys? Here I wrote here, whatever the code I wrote here, completely need to reshuffle. Same code, but shuffling is changes. So idea is here typically that particular block should take care of entire processing. That's the idea here. Clear everyone, guys? Any questions here again? Okay, Shiva is asking if there is a single point of failure at a gateway. How do we handle that? Okay, sir, in the gateway pattern, I'll explain that. But the answer is, okay, gateway does not do any logic, sir. Gateway side, there is no logic, Shiva. I mean, I'll give a hands-on explanation while I'm teaching the gateway pattern. You will understand more. But only I'll give a straightforward answer, sir. Gateway, what is the functionality? front end is asking payment, I will redirect it to the payment API. Web services are asking order management, I will redirect it to the order management. Mobile is asking a payment, I will redirect. So gateway is only something like HTTP handshake, SSL handshake, and a dispatcher handshake. These are the functionalities. It does not have any code. And there are a lot of products like Spring is giving one gateway, Amazon is giving another gateway, a proven product which they have given. Okay, the functionality is what actually, typically what exactly the functionality will be written inside the gateway? It's only redirection, HTTPS communication or HTTP communication. That's it. Apart from that, nothing. Okay, the percentage of probability of failure is very, very, very less and 0.01%. But we will see the implementation when I'm talking to gateway. Understand? Yep. It's a good question, Shiva. I hope. Okay, you got a clarity here. Any other questions, guys, here so far? Okay. Right. Maybe next one is the positive aspects of the microservices, domain expertise, easy and quick to scale on demand. This is a point here. Maybe some of the points I need more explanation, guys. Okay. Easy to quick and scale. This is a point I want to maybe 10 to 15 minutes I require here. Maybe I'll speak this scaling on a different point here. Isolated decision making, self-organization, a quick response to a change, increase uptime, can experiment with any technology, loosely coupling, service reusability, best for large scale apps, except for scaling. All these are covered in my 2 classes. Will you agree with me, guys? The last 2 classes, everything is covered. Will you agree with me, guys? Except the second point on a scaling point of view. Do you have any specific questions on these lines, guys? Because all are internally connected and all are interrelated, and you got an idea. Is that correct? Any questions here, guys? Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Repeat again what you told.
Sorry.
No, repeat again what you told. I could not understand.
No. My point here is on these positive aspects, guys, except scaling. Remaining points we already discussed in the previous 2 classes discussions. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm cross-checking with you. Domain expertise, decision making, quick response, increase uptime, experiment with any technology, loosely coupling, service reusability, Scrum, best for large scale apps. All these are the points which we already discussed as part of monoliths. That's what I'm telling. Except scaling, everything is good. I mean, everything you got an idea. Just I'm cross checking on this. Is that correct? Or you have any questions on separate point here?
Sir, I'm little confused on that self-organization.
Okay. Self-organization means, what is an organization means? We are dividing that application, right, into different segments, right? Okay. Who is organizing? Product management, one block. Order management, another block. Account management, another block. Payment management, another block. Login management, another block. Who is doing this particular division? It's we should do that. Self, I am taking care of organizing the services. Self-organization means I am only dividing into different blocks. That's the point here. Okay? Is that clear? Yeah. So yesterday or some day before yesterday, sir, unnecessarily wasting some time on monoliths. Someone just like mentioned, right? So this is the area where I will pitch in, okay? Which are going to be there in upcoming classes. You will understand. Now this time, all these things are maybe at that time. Right now, instead of explaining at this time, I explain at that time only, so that the time will be efficiently utilized. That is a point I want to highlight here. Okay, scaling, sir. Everyone is clear, guys, on advantages of microservices. Everyone is clear. Okay. Now we are going to focus on the challenges. I mean, the scaling I will explain. It will take some time. Maybe the challenges I'm going to focus here. So this is the point here, challenges and advantages, and we'll immediately jump on to maybe first 20 to 30 minutes. I'll take the challenges and advantage, I mean the scaling, and we'll go to the design pattern directly. There's a point here where we'll go into the design patterns. So that is decomposition pattern. After that API gateway, then we'll go on further. So today, mostly tomorrow, first hour, first 15 to 20 minutes, the theory part or the overview part will be completed. The theory or overview part will be completed, and remaining things, maybe this is what I mentioned here. And whatever the 45 days I mentioned, right, guys, these are not part of that 45 days, guys. Okay, I mentioned 45 days of duration for these. Sir, already 4 classes are over, remaining are 41. Don't think like that. My 45 days of duration of these, whenever I start design patterns, that day it counts. Does it make sense, guys, for you? Okay, those who are thinking about timeline, introduction part, all those are not part of the course. Whenever I start the design pattern, that countdown starts, whatever. Okay, just like I want to keep a note here. So mostly tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start the design patterns, and we're going to see that. But everyone, you got some high level clarity, monoliths and microservices, to start with that. And whenever you go to any topic, this basics will help you to understand something. Is that correct? Will you agree, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in database pattern, will you teach how to use different database? I mean, 2 different database in the same service.
2 different database, same service, it is not practically possible, sir. Same
Okay.
service, 2 different databases is not possible. Okay, especially in microservice. I mean, code wise we can achieve. Code wise we can achieve,
Okay.
but principles wise it is not correct. But I'll explain that. I have a similar concept here. Database pattern you saw, right, guys? You saw in this question, database pattern, database per service. Here I'll give more clarity here. Okay.
Sir, actually, recently I faced a question like we have an organization app and a different organization is using this app like HCL, TCS, Wipro, Cognizant. So for a different organization, there will be a different database, but the application will be one.
Yeah, then it is a case is partially shared database. The second concept, shared database.
Okay, sir. Okay.
We'll discuss more. Okay.
One more question I face, like actually there is a weather app, it is crashed. So like I explain him like we have to create multiple instance and all, but he didn't satisfy. He tell me like how to achieve in application level. I mean,
Yep, that's a good question. Maybe that will be just now I explained, right? Maybe I'll take care of that during my discussion. Okay.
okay.
How you need to answer, I'll take care of that actually. It is a part of design pattern only. Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop for today, guys. We'll continue for tomorrow. I hope Deb, is that you there? Debajyoti, you are there? Okay, I think he didn't join today. That's fine. Cool. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Thank you all.